Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about my story. Quack, 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 quack. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about my story. Quack, 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 quack. So you think it's a very interesting topic, but I am going to share to you my story in hopes that you will get inspired from it, because just like you, I am just an ordinary woman who dreamed about something, who dreamed about working online, getting the freedom that I want, and being able to buy the things that I want. And look at what I have now. I already have these things. So success, I would start with success is very relative. You know, what success for me may not be success for you. Success for you might be having $1 million in the bank, but that's not the case for me. The success for me is being able to have the freedom that I want, being able to just go inside the store and not actually think about the price tag or the price of something that I want to buy, and to be able to help other people also by sharing the information that I have in my head. Okay, so let's start back in 2016, March 2016, March 31 exactly. I graduated as an education graduate with a degree of early childhood education, which means I am supposed to teach kindergarten pupils ages 4 to 10 years old. I am allowed to teach up to 3rd grade. And a month after that, I was able to get a job in one of the renowned schools here in the place where I'm living, in the city where I'm living. And I was earning $400 per month, working 40 to 50 hours per week, which means I am only earning $2 or $3, $2 I think, at most, right, per hour, right? Very ridiculous amount. Alright, so after that, I was able to work in that school for a whole year. I tried my best to cope up with the environment, you know, knowing that I was a new teacher and I have no clue actually how teaching a proper school would be, although I already had my on-the-job training or my internship before I graduated. It's still completely different when you're in the field. So I have no clue what I was doing. And for the whole year, I started questioning myself if I was really meant to become a teacher. 2 to 5 years from now, could I still see myself being in the same classroom, being in the same community, doing the same shit over and over and over again? No offense to teachers out there, right? Sorry if I called it shit. It was just very horrible experience for me. You know, being in the same routine every single day for your entire life, traveling 2 hours to and fro, and at the end of the day, you still have to think about your lesson plan. What lesson are you going to offer to the kids tomorrow? So it was a very horrible experience for me, and I didn't really know that that's how hectic being a teacher's life is, because it is the course that I did not expect myself taking, because it was my father that enrolled me in the school with the education course, and for some reason I did not change courses, even though I really wanted to get English literature because I really wanted to become a writer. And my dad just told me that there's no more slots for English literature course, which is from Roman English. And I finished 4 years of education. Not 100% loving it, but because I have to cope with what my parents wanted me to do. Turned out that I did not really like the job. I did not like the course, and I was just doing it for, I think I was trying to please my parents. That's the thing, right? So it wasn't really for me. It was for my parents. But even though I was already in the job, month of September in the same year, I was supposed to take the licensure examination for teachers. November, I found out that I passed. So if you come to think about it, I was already living the professional life, being able to finish college, being able to pass the licensure exam, being able to get the job with a high pay. Because if you go beyond $400, that's already a high-paying job in the Philippines. So I was like, yay! Physically, you would think that I'm already successful, Most people would think that I'm already successful knowing that I graduated, I passed the licensure exam, I got a job, the end. Now, the next thing you have to do is to create the entire scenario, the entire routine for the rest of your life until you die. It was not very fun for me because, I don't know, I'm a type of person who is very adventurous and very free-spirited that I cannot really see myself being an employee for the rest of my life. Back when I was still teaching, everything was a black hole. I wanted to get out of the job, but I wasn't sure what job to get in order to pay my bills, and I wasn't sure if it was even worth it to give up the $400 per month. So everything was a black hole for the whole year until I met Bo. Yay! So I met Bo, and he mentioned when we were still talking, the conversation started as to what he does for a living, and I mentioned that I was a teacher, and he mentioned that he was a writer and he's working online, and I was like, that is so cool. You're working online? And he was so proud, and he said that he's waking up whenever he wants, he's getting his paycheck every week, and I was like, oh man, that's like the life that I really want to live. So it got more curious, and I asked him more questions about it, and he was very willing to teach me how to publish books on Amazon. And ever since before we met, I really had the passion to become a writer because I just want to express myself. I have a personal urge to express myself to other people. If we are friends on Facebook, I am very expressive. Like, I would just curse, swear. I am very entitled to my own opinion that I posted on Facebook, and that's my way of expressing myself. And one way to express yourself is to write. So I was very interested, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to become a writer. Remember, before I got into the education course, I told my dad that I wanted to pursue English literature, but that didn't happen, right? So like, Bo was like an angel flying in the sky and telling me that he was a writer. So I got interested, he told me about it, and then March next year, it was the end of the school year, he came over to visit me, thinking that he would only stay for like 2 months, 3 months. But he liked it here, he liked me, and that was the time when I said that I'd like to quit my job, and Bo was supporting me all into it because he told me that I know you have a full potential in you. You are a woman full of potential, and that's why I fell in love with you. Hey! And he told me that why not you do something online. So I started publishing books, knowing that it was a quick fix. It was so easy to earn money online. It wasn't. The thing is, if you're going to publish a book online, for that book to become successful, you have to be able to build an audience. And I was struggling in building an audience because I was only writing poems. There was nothing much in my poems, but expressing myself, which is really weird. So, I consider it weird right now, huh? Funny. So after that, I was in the middle of making a book cover for my second poetry book that time when Bo stopped and looked at my laptop and said, wow, you got some piece of artwork right there. Why don't you sell that? Why don't you create Fiverr services, Fiverr.com if you're familiar? Why don't you create services or gigs on Fiverr where you could make book covers for other people? And I was like, shit, that's a good idea. You could earn really good money from that because, earning in dollars for me back then was like a thing. I was like, shit, it's gonna be really different if you're going to earn in dollars. It's going to be big, it's going to be huge, because that time a dollar was 50 pesos, and 50 pesos you could already get a meal for yourself, basically, here in the Philippines. So for a dollar. So that time I sold my book covers for $5 in Fiverr. It got pretty well, but I didn't think that $5 would be very small. It's only 250 pesos, and it wasn't enough for me because I have to pay the bills, etc. There's so many things that I needed to do. So what I did, the competition also in Fiverr that time got so high that there was just so many people on Fiverr already, and there were so many people also that's offering book cover services or graphic design services, and they're so way better than me. So what I did is I pulled myself out from the Fiverr community and built my own website portfolio. And then from building my website portfolio, I scoured the whole Facebook group, Facebook community of authors to find if anybody is willing to, pay me $25 per book cover. And luckily there are quite a bit of people too, until I was able to sell my book cover from $10 to $25 to $60 to $100 to $150, and right now I'm already selling a book cover for $300, which is 15,000 pesos. So yeah, that's how my pricing went up, and it was super weird. I feel so giddy right now talking about my life story. I never talked about my life story to anyone, so feel lucky, you guys. So going back to this story, after that I was able to sell more and more services apart from offering the book cover service that I have. I started producing book trailers or videos. I know how to edit too. Luckily I have those skills even before I had the gigs. I never had to learn them because it was already a skill that I possess. So I was able to sell book trailer services. I know also how to do website design. It was like coincidence. It wasn't like I have to really learn how to do website design and stuff. It was already in me. It was because I wanted to explore the internet in very early age, like when I was 12, 13, 14. I created my very own blog, so I kind of know how WordPress works. So yeah, I offered website design services, book trailer services, book covers, and I also wanted to format manuscript, the print books. I am already formatting manuscripts for authors for their print books. So that became a whole business. And right now, I'm very happy and very proud to tell you that my clients are very consistent. I'm getting one client after the other. I have a small team of 3. I have 2 editors, I have 1 assistant, and then I have myself. So there's quite a lot of work still to be done. I'm already planning to expand on hiring a website designer, a graphic designer, and a video producer. So yeah, like from selling $5 book covers, I am already running a whole agency of interactive media services. So that's how I kind of went from kindergarten teacher to somebody who's working online. And if you come to think about it, it did not happen really quick for me. It took me 3 months to double my income from $400 to $800 per month. But still, there were times that I really wanted to give up. I was like, fuck this, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm so tired of rendering services to other people because they keep on asking for revisions, and that pisses me off. Like, why can't you be contented with the design that I made for you? But you cannot tell the clients that because, you know, they paid you. So you really have to, you know, revise the service or the graphic design that you are offering to them until you get it perfectly done and they said, yes, this is it, this is final, I want this, send this to me, I'm going to pay you, that thing. So back then, I find it very hard to keep on revising things for my clients. I always get upset when they do not like my work. Like there's part of your life wherein you would just like, F it, I'm not going to do this anymore, this is tiring. But the key is to not give up. If you stop giving up on people, on something, on what you are currently doing right now, you would find yourself being able to adapt to the situation. And Seth Godin mentions this. There is a point in your life where it's like climbing a mountain. You get really successful and then some part of your life you just feel like giving up. And then Seth Godin calls it a dip. With this part of your life, when you are in a dip, when you are in that slope, right here, it's a signal for you to actually start getting more work done. And do not give up because you are about to really excel 100% until you find the point of your life where there's no dips anymore. Do I make sense? So going up, starting your business, going up, you would find that dip, and then at that part of your life you would probably think that, shit, I want to give up right now, I don't want to do this work, I don't want anything of any of this. And then if you give up in that part, you would find another thing that would interest you again, and you would start the same pattern over and over again. Then you find that dip again, and unless you stop giving up on something, that is only the time that you will excel right off until you find that peace, that artwork, that passion that you wouldn't find any other dips. So I will be ending the video in this part because it's already getting dark. I don't have light in here, I don't have professional lighting. I am in my balcony and it is already getting dark. I'm hungry too. So yep, 20 minutes is up, and I hope you are inspired with this video. I'll see you in the next one.